you know, and all the special interests that go along with it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I will never look at the amendments like the same again. I really won't. And really, I would just say, please do your homework. We'd like you to vote no on everything. 3 means that if it goes yes on 3, that means the state gets to vote on anything with gambling. And there's so many different places in the state that won't have gambling, like Tallahassee and all these other places that are also going to be able to vote on it, which we don't think is fair. I mean, you know, our county in the referendum voted to have slot machines, and we're still not allowed to have those. And we'd like to get them someday. We'd like to be able to compete with some of the casinos down south and other things. So, you know, please do your homework. That's all we ask. And please vote no on all the amendments if you could.
Now, why don't we get an owner's perspective, a racing dog owner's perspective? Gary Samuels, please tell us what you guys do, how the process works, and how well the dogs or how well they aren't treated. Give us a rundown.
Well, I can speak for my dog specifically, and I believe this is what happens in all the kennels. These dogs are treated like professional athletes.
Yeah.
They get all of the care that a professional athlete would. They get the best food. They get their time to rest. They get whirlpools. They get rub downs. They get what's called benched, where they get their nails cut and their ears cleaned. And, you know, I'm thinking Young might have to bench me one time, you know. They get treated immaculately, and everyone's going to say, well, of course you're for it. You make money off these dogs. You're just one of the owners that perpetuates the cruelty, is what the yes people would say. Yeah. My answer would be, I don't really make money at this. This is just something that I love to do and love to own the dogs and watch them run. Me personally, as an owner, all of my dogs get adopted out after their racing career is over. So the lies that they perpetuate about dogs being euthanized, it's just not true. I mean,
it's not true at all. The 99% adoption rate.
Exactly.
Well, that's right now, Mike. But if this bill says yes, we're going to have 8,000 racing dogs. You think they can adopt 8,000?
I vote to put them all on Pam Bondi's front yard and let them go at it.
I actually listened to the show last week. I wasn't here. I was under the weather. I had a little bit of food poisoning. It could have been my wife poisoning me. I don't know. I missed the show last week.
I gave it a recipe, by the way.
Exactly. And I actually listened to the show, and that's 25 minutes of my life I'd love to get back. But I did listen, and I heard when you guys mentioned about the 8,000 Greyhounds, and right away my thought is this. We work with so many fantastic adoption agencies that I can promise you, if, God forbid, Greyhound racing ends, they will find a home for every single Greyhound. I mean, we were talking to Greyhound adoption people yesterday. We work with so many great people. I talked about well over 300 adoption agencies around the country, and I can promise you right now, you know, there's a big shortage of Greyhounds. There's people all over the country on long waiting lists, sometimes, 40 people ahead of them to adopt a Greyhound because they've cut the breeding so much. We don't breed, half as many Greyhounds as we used to breed. And right now there's so many people waiting in line because they know Greyhounds make fantastic pets. But I can promise you that if Greyhound, God forbid, racing, God forbid, ends, these adoption groups are great, and they will find a home for all of them. I'm going to take a couple myself. I love Greyhounds.
It was Mary Grzybowski who spoke. Actually said in the last week she's got 4 dogs adopted.
Yeah,
4 dogs in 7 days. So people want these dogs. So you're right. I'm sure they would do something, but it's on top of that putting 5,000 people out of work that that don't deserve to be put out of work. Palm Beach Jason of Watch and Wager, the Palm Beach Kennel Club put together an awesome video. You put it up on your social media, and it's catching fire, and everyone needs to see it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's one of the best things, period, I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of people were posting that, too, like not even just a Greyhound video, but this was just an amazing thing put together by Palm Beach. And it didn't surprise me at all because Palm Beach's publicity department is second to none. But if you haven't seen the video yet, you just talk to Kurt Trachek and Henry Chan and some of the people that work with Palm Beach and the different people involved in the game, and they just did an immaculate job with it. But my favorite part of it was watching the sprint path videos where they had like a drone or some kind of video over the sprint path and watching the Greyhounds just sprint down this long stretch. I've never seen anything like it. If I go on the Kennesaw again, I definitely want to see those sprint paths and watch my favorite dogs run on them.
623 BackStretch, brought to you by the Palm Beach Kennel Club, 95.9 True Oldies Channel. Mike Balsamo, Benny the Boot, Mike Jameson, Palm Beach Jason of Watch and Wager, Gary Samuels. Gary, we're going to get some picks out of you here in a minute, but I want to talk, you have any dogs coming up? Who should we be watching out for here out of your stock at the Palm Beach Kennel Club?
Well, of course, a couple of my good ones were shipped out to Southland. I believe you remember TWPA Hope, which was a stakes finalist, and she's running 3/8 there and doing real well.
Awesome.
I do have a new litter. A couple of the good ones.
One
in that
goes
litter.
tonight, right?
Yeah, one goes tonight. His name is Breck, B-R-E-K, which is short for breakfast.
Not quite.
Okay. And he's running out of the 3 box today, so I think he'll run pretty well. He's getting back into form. And then the other day, it was a $3,000 pick 3, I think, off of one of my dogs. Of course, I didn't bet it. And that dog's name is Stormy D. And
Stormy
you can
D.
figure out where that came
She put
from.
on a show. She put on a show
put on
the
a
other
show,
day. She
yeah.
sure did.
Jason, you're always following these dogs that when they go to Southland. TWPA Hope was a dog that we loved here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club, and like Gary said, doing pretty well in Southland.
Yeah, just got a win earlier in the week, too. Got 5 wins at Southland this year, and it's only 2.5 years old, so there's still a couple more racing seasons this dog has. He has won 8th grade over at Southland before, too, so absolutely the fall and winter could be big for you, Gary. We'll be watching.
Before the Quinella doubles, you guys better get ready. Someone open a program and see if we can figure this out. Jason, the UGR Top 25 is out, and I think we got a couple of Palm Beach dogs on the list.
Absolutely. Nice job by Mike Jamison getting these in. We've got 3 dogs from Palm Beach that made the top 25. And what's big about this, National Championship is just a few months away, so the longer these lists go, to get longer in the season, the more important it gets. Checking at number 7 is the Grumpy Winner, over 4 years old. And this dog right now would be going to Naples to run for a championship. It is absolutely amazing what this dog has done. And then number 11, your new favorite dog, Mike. Eyes appealing, that big hug that you got. And then number 19, which was a shock to me. I've actually loved this dog, but it's a super sprinter. We know those dogs don't get a whole lot of love. B-Par Salem, who won 7 over 8 over the summertime, is now in the top 25, checking out at 19. Congratulations to the Gaines Kennel and the 3 dogs that made it.
All right, guys, Quinella doubles. Time to make some money. Gary, you're the new guy, so we'll let you go first so Jamison can steal your picks. If you got to make a Quinella double tonight, which is a great bet here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club, who do you like?
Well, I went with the 1, 2, and 6. The one dog ran 3/8 previously, draws a good post. The 2 is a first-time starter, schooled real well on 3/8. He's dead rail and should duck underneath. And then I used the 6, who again is a dog that's a young pup and schooled real well. Hasn't run well in official races, but hoping he might turn it around. So I got 1, 2, 6 in the front leg. Then in the back leg, I went with 1, 3, 5. Patsy Caveman, lock of the night to go to the lead. Will be on the front end. Hopefully can hold on and get a piece. I've got the 1, 3, and 5, the 1 shipping in from Wheeling, and the 5, Chris Bryant. Well, why not?
Throwing KB12 in the mix. Mike Jamison, who do you like?
In the 14th, I'm going to go with the 1, 2, and 4. Buck, obviously, on the inside, like Gary talked about. Sharif is a good Greyhound. And the 4, KL Seagram. And from the 15th, I like the 1, VJ Andrew Jackson, the shipper in from Wheeling. They always give me a good feeling. Then the 3 is Caveman, just like Gary said, is going to set the pace. And my third choice there is going to be the 8, Austin. So 1, 3, and 8 from the 15th.
Palm Beach Jason of Watch and Wager, you want to kick a best bet in here?
I got number 1, Bobbins from the DQ Williams Kennel, and also the 6th race, number 6, dropping down to Beaver from TC Studios from the Douglas Kennel. I think they both get it done tonight.
Yeah, I got to let everybody know, Buys Wonka is back.
Really?
I saw that. I was going to ask Guru about that. One of Guru's good buddies, Brad Brickman, owns the Greyhound, along, I believe, with Norm Radar.
Yeah.
And they own this Greyhound. Is back. I just saw that in one of the galleys today. I look forward to Wonker coming back. And also, Eyes Appealing won big today.
Yes.
Mike got kisses yesterday. Steve got kisses from the Greyhound. I got to pet the Greyhound for the first time in about 6 months. She came out of the 8 box and blew him away today. So Macy is going to start another win streak. She's got 2 in a row. And if you want to see that Born to Run video, which I really suggest you do, go to our Facebook page, Palm Beach Kennel Club, on Facebook, or you can go to Palm Beach Jason's page. It's been shared everywhere. Please take a look at the Born to Run video.
Absolutely. It'll change your mind if you were on the fence about this at all. Backstretch, 95.9 True Oldies channel. Benny, what's going on in horse racing?
All right, well, tomorrow starts, believe it or not, folks. Once again, it's the first leg of the Road to the Derby point races. I know it's a little early, Mike, to think about the Derby, but they've started already. It's for 2-year-old, and it's kind of a peek into the possible Derby runners in the future. The Iroquois Stake is going to be run at Churchill, of course, where the Kentucky Derby is. It's going to have a field of 12, And it's also a win-and-you're-in race for anyone. The winner of this race will go to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. It's very difficult to handicap 2-year-olds, and I know that Gary will agree with me. But I think number 4, Tight 10, looks pretty solid in here. It's a Steve Asmussen and Rafael Santana combination. It looks very tough to beat. And if you're looking for a long shot, play a few bucks on number 6, Tobacco Road, and Manny Wah underneath that tight end in the exactas.
Yeah, on a side note, Gaddafi's Sheikh Mohammed spent $7.8 million on 11 yearlings. He got American Pharaoh's firstborn, $2.2 million, Benny.
And they say racing is dead.
Right?
I don't think so. All right, listen, tomorrow's a very interesting race. It's the win-and-you're-in the Breeders' Cup Turf Mile at the Wood Barn Mile. It's a field of 9 going to the post. Number 3, Delta Prince, may be coming into this race in his best form. He missed by a neck in the 4-star Dave last month at Saratoga. And then there's number 7, Oscar Performance, who won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile 2-year-old a year ago and has earned $1.9 million in his career, including 2-for-2 record at the distance. This guy is definitely the speed in the race. Number 8 is the Visadero, is another previous Grade 1 winner, having won the Turf Classic Stakes in 2017, but he's winless in 4 tries on the grass, and he hasn't done very well in the last 18 months. La Sardina is a filly facing males. We kind of frown on that in this country, but Europeans don't frown on that. So he ran 5th on over the pond, and Mr. Haverkamp won the Play the King. He beat Vanish by 2.5, and he earned his first Grade 6 win, and he draws the best jockey at Woodbine. He has been undefeated in 4 races, and he loves the Woodbine turf. Number 1 is a name we all know, Good Samaritan. He's run pretty badly in his last 3 races, but they were all on dirt. So he's switching over to turf, and I kind of think a mile is a little short for Good Samaritan, but, you know, I would take a look at him anyway. Now, the 2 big question marks in this race are the 2 Europeans, number 2, Stormy Antarctica, and 6, Lord Glitters. They crossed the pond. They're going to prove that they can face some of the best turf miles and win. I really like Lord Glitters here. His chances are very good and at a pretty good price. He's run twice at Royal Ascot in Grade 1 races. And that track, uniquely enough, has the same turns as Woodbine, has 2 left turns, and he's run very well there. He ran second twice at Grade 1s. He's a first-time Lasix. He's 7 for 7 in the money at this distance. He's 7 starts, 2 wins, 4 seconds, and 1/3. Jockey Jamie Spencer has come over from Europe to ride in this race. He's going to be my best bait, and I'm going to put Oscar Performance in the play spot because I love speed horses at a mile. You have any opinions, Gary?
Didn't handicap those.
He didn't handicap. Okay. Listen, good luck, everybody, today and every day.
I'll give you my opinion. Anyone named Lord Glitters, I'm all in on. This is my Derby horse, all right?
That's I'm making a special trip here to play it tomorrow.
Benny, have you ever heard of a horse named Winx?
The Winx is the number 1 horse in the world.
Okay, because I've never heard it mentioned on the show. I guess she has 27 wins in a row.
It's Australia, dude. They
Australia.
have different water down there.
Of course they do. I mean, they're running the wrong direction.
They
probably.
run with the wind. You know, they don't have
Come on. You know you're up at 4 in the morning to watch it on TV.
We're out of time. Don't forget you're voting no on 13 in November. I want to thank Gary Samuels for popping by. On behalf of Mike Jamieson, Palm Beach Jason of Watch and Wager, he's Benny the Boot. I'm Mike Balsamo. Let's talk next Friday night on the BackStretch.
This is